All right, welcome to everybody who's just come on in. We are doing a pick a pile. Now, normally I do 4 cards, but today we're going to do 5 because what we want to do is we want to tune into ourselves and we're going to ask ourselves the question, what is it that I need to know from myself in this now moment? We're going to tune in, which means we're going to set an intention to get this answer from ourselves. We're going to trust ourselves enough to actually listen to the first response that we get from within. And so, for anybody here, what is it that I need to know for myself? And you're going to choose purple, red, green, yellow, or blue. You can have multiple messages, that's fine, but trust whatever comes through your now moment. So I'm going to give everybody 30 seconds or so to tune in and get that question. And if you are watching these cards, why have you never seen them before? It's because the only place you can get these cards is through me. These are a custom channeled set that I have. I have 6 decks. And anybody who's interested in getting a deck, please do reach out. They are small printed, so there may be a little bit of lead time if they sell out quickly. And so with that, then you can reach out to me at silverfoxspiritual@gmail.com. So let's get into the reading. Okay, so put your choices up on screen in the comments. If you're watching on the replay, just go ahead and comment your color and whether it resonated or not. And so let's go on with the reveal. For those of you who have chosen the purple pile, you didn't choose stillness, you chose safety, right? And so what does this mean, right? What's happening here is that instead of choosing peace for yourself, you chose safety. And what is safety? Safety most of the time is something familiar, meaning it's trauma, right? You decided that the trauma was more familiar, more safe than actually choosing peace within yourself. And so it's time for you to rethink how you are looking at things. And sometimes what creates the peace is something that you don't feel is safe because it's something unknown because you're so used to the trauma. And good for you, Janine. And for those of you who have chosen the red pile, if it says you don't have to earn your becoming, right? And so what does this mean, right? You are who you're becoming. You don't need to prove it. You don't need to earn it. You just need to be it. Be the thing that you want to be. Don't have to sit and force yourself, hey, I have to pay a price to become who I want to become. No, you don't need to pay a price. You just need to be. And this is a tough one because everybody's so used to the trauma. They're used to having to prove themselves and do all these things to become who they want to be. No, you just have to choose and start choosing how that person that you are becoming would choose. All right. For those of you who have chosen the green pile, ask the question that your heart keeps whispering. And so why is yourself saying ask that question? It's because your heart's been answering this question to you. You're just being, shall we say, inundated with your thinking mind, which is really loud, and you're not getting the answer. The answer is there. The question's coming out. The question, the answer, everything is there within you. You're hearing it, but you're not wanting to hear it. Quiet the noise. Your heart's telling you that answer every day. If you've chosen the yellow pile, not every loss is a punishment. Some are permission. And so why do we say that, right? A lot of times we lose something and we're like, oh my God, why is the world doing this to me? What is going on? Is this karma? No, because sometimes you need to lose what's there so that you can be who you're meant to be, who the next version of you is, right? Sometimes you need to empty that saucer, empty that cup, empty that pitcher to allow you to become that flower that you were meant to become. But because that pitcher is already filled with weeds, you got to get rid of them. And so, yeah, sometimes it feels like punishment. Many times it does. And, that's a perspective space. But, when you're sitting inside of that perspective, it gets painful, right? I've been through that the last 6 or 7 months. Actually, even the last 3 years, I've been having this. But it's not always lost because guess what? What you could never imagine can come through with that if you just allow and you just stop treating it as a punishment and just say, okay, things have changed, pivot, right? Easier said than done. There's a lot of meltdowns in between, but give yourself that permission to be the next person that you want to be. Hopefully that helps. And for those of you who have chosen the blue pile, not everything requires understanding. Just release it, let it go. And so this is for people who are just holding on to something so tightly because they didn't get closure. They didn't understand, why did this happen to me? Why did they dump me? Why did they leave me? Why did they die? It could be one of a million things. Why did I lose my job? Whatever it is, let it go. You don't need to have to understand everything. You just need to have to understand how to let things go. And once you start letting things go, more things you let go, the easier your life becomes because you don't hold it, because the holding it is the trauma, and it stays. It stays in your body. It stays in your energy. It stays in everything. And it creates more and more of the same bad vibration, which you don't want. You got to let it go. And this is difficult, very difficult, but let it go. And I hope that makes sense. Let me know whether this made sense. Pop it in the comments. And for those of you looking for your own personal reading, just look at prices below. You can reach out to me either through a DM or silverfoxspiritual@gmail.com. And with that, that ends this pick pile. So how is everybody? I hope everybody is doing well.